What is going on, people? Welcome back to another video. It is September. Applications have been open for a while and more applications are opening. So if you're a student or undergrad, then you should be banging out your applications or getting your cover letter and your CV up to a high standard. Before we get into the video where I'm going to review my cover letter that got me into Goldman's, behind me, basically what you could see is the case framework. This is a framework that I've created to help any student from any background break into an investment bank. There's lots of different modules, and essentially what it is, CASE stands for knowledge, application, contingency, execution. And if you master all of these different blocks, they're basically different courses that I'm creating / have created. If you go through all of them, then you'll be very well prepared to secure an offer at an investment bank. So today's video is going to focus on one video out of 14 or 19 videos from the cover letter mastery module or course. Check out the first, second links below in the video description for more details. But essentially, I'm going through one video, a small section of this course today. So with that, without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. Okay, in this video, we're going to go through the exact cover letter that I used to get into Goldman Sachs within their asset management division. So this is it. Paragraph. It was just 300 words, so 3 paragraphs, no introduction, no conclusion. It wasn't an upload. When I applied to Goldman's, it was just copy and paste the text into the application online, and there was a maximum limit of 300 words. What I did was around 100 words each for why Goldman Sachs, why Goldman Sachs Asset Management, and why me. So let's go into paragraph 1, why Goldman Sachs. So I wrote, Goldman Sachs' friendly, professional culture of giving value and taking time to understand their employees make it an appealing organization to work for. This is quite generic. It could be applied to any firm. However, how do I make it specific? I touch on this part here, which we'll go into. Goldman Sachs expects its interns to make a meaningful contribution right away. Opportunities to learn and progress are offered by giving interns responsibility early on. This was emphasized by Kunal Shah, a securities, which is their sales and trading division, managing director at a Goldman Sachs diversity event. Goldman Sachs, so this shows, I took the initiative to go to one of the Goldman events, diversity event. They're always on, all these firms are, trying to improve diversity. So I'm a diversity candidate. So a few things here that stand out. Goldman Sachs continues to enjoy success in core areas such as investment management, which is asset management. So it shows I know the business is growing, where it has a strong presence in the Asia and US regions, experiencing just over 4.6% increases in revenue on average between 2009 and 2011. So I was applying to asset management and I was talking about the growth. This is just basic research that shows I've kind of looked outside of the box and tried to find something division specific and firm specific about the firm. So I've quantified a bit here. This was used I interned in 2013, started full-time 2014. So I used this cover letter in 2012 or 2013. That's why this date is so old. All right, the next paragraph. So that's why Goldman Sachs. Next paragraph is why asset management. So why Goldman Sachs Asset Management? I wish to work in a client-facing role. So I was clear I wanted to work in sales rather than investing. And so I enjoyed learning about the shareholder services area within Goldman Sachs Asset Management. Fun fact, shareholder services, at the time I didn't have a clue. I thought that was sales. It's actually like a middle or back office type of support function rather than actual sales and client relationship management. But they don't expect you to know everything. Like, this isn't the perfect cover letter, but I still got in. It's client orientation, because I was very specific and I knew what I wanted to do. Its client orientation and reputational excellence make it a world leader in investment management. I find views on the growth markets of various senior GSAM employees in the BRIC nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, very interesting, as I have recently grown an interest in this area. This is something I researched up on a lot, so I was comfortable to talk about it at length in the interview, should they have asked. Speaking to Michael Isola, so I've name dropped again, an analyst at Goldman Sachs Asset Management. So I name dropped someone who was actually in the division I was applying to. He emphasized the importance of commercial awareness and attention to detail. Every employee I came across was inspirational, very inspirational, passionate, and gave me the sense of a driven working environment that I felt suited me. So I know what I'm getting myself into. Goldman Sachs, they stand for excellence, they stand for ambition, being driven, and I felt that suited me. So this is naturally, they're going to be curious, naturally. Okay, let's find out a bit more about this candidate. Let's invite him in for an interview. Okay, quick little pause or break before we get into the rest of the video. So if you aren't familiar with my online community, you should definitely check it out. It's called Finance Fast Track. And I basically want to create an online curriculum for any student anywhere in the world who can kind of join this community, go through the curriculum and land a job or a spring week or an insight week or an internship at an investment bank. So once you join the community, all of this will be in the video description below. Check out the first or second link. There's a community, so different people, someone's shared a tracker. Every time I release a new course, it will be here. So there's a feed, so that's community, and there's a classroom. This is the most important part, basically. So the case framework that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the curriculum that I'm building to help students break into the industry, they consist of different courses. So these are the different courses that I'm working on and putting out. So the CV one is 12 videos long, 75 minutes, and it teaches you everything you need to know to create a sick CV to get offers, basically, for interviews. Then we've got the cover letter mastery course. This is 19 videos, 85 minutes long, and every course that's here and every new course will get added here. You get access to if you're a member of the community. Don't get me wrong, it's a paid community. Typically these courses people charge, or companies charge, hundreds of pounds, if not some people charge thousands of pounds for these courses, but you can get access to all of these courses. Right now the price is like $25, which is like £19. You can cancel anytime. If you want, you could pay, join the community, go through all the courses and then cancel your membership. I don't mind. Essentially what I want is for you to get the most out of it at an affordable rate. Crafting your story, this is an important one. This is basically every single interview, or 9 out of 10 interviews are going to start with tell me a bit about yourself. So you need to know how to answer that question. So this is 10 videos, 36 minutes long, teaching you everything you need to know in order to craft the perfect story. This one's a bit older. It's basically it was for summer interns, how to convert into a full-time offer. And this is basically a lot of my YouTube videos organized by different categories. Anyway, as well as the courses and the community, there's calls. I don't do one-to-one calls, but if I did, I would charge a lot more than $100, $200 for it, but I don't. Every week or two, I do group coaching calls. Right now, there aren't many people in this community, so it's literally me, 2, 3, 4 people on a call. So it's kind of like good Q&A sessions. So if that's of interest to you, that itself is worth more than the membership. But yeah, check it out. It will be linked, first link in the video description below, Finance Fast Track. And with that, let's get back to the video. Third paragraph, why me? Why you? On top of my communication, interpersonal and quantitative background, so I tell them, look, these are buzzwords from the job description. Quantitative skills, interpersonal, sort of client relationship building, communication, good listener, good communicator. I bring indispensable entrepreneurship and problem-solving qualities. And more buzzwords, problem-solving. And I tell them, I know that these are the skills you need because in this role, because it says which will be vital when producing solutions for clients. Client-focused. So I said I'm interested in sales and I'm always talking about clients. I've demonstrated the ability to work in an ever-changing environment within a team. I can multitask under pressure. Under pressure, another buzzword. Working for a bank is pressurized, high intensity, and deliver to deadlines. You're always going to be expected to deliver ahead of deadlines or deliver to deadlines because there's always work going on. So reading this, anyone reading this in the industry will know that, all right, this candidate knows what they're getting themselves into. My experience at PwC demonstrated my ability to work in a team, carry out research, and present in a constructive and persuasive manner. So here, look, I say my experience at PwC. This makes them curious. What experience at PwC? What did you do? What team were you in? It's only a short cover letter. I've only got 300 words. I don't want to tell them too much, but I want to get them curious. So they invite me in for an interview. My enhanced, if they want to find out more, they can look at the CV basically. But the idea here is to get them curious and want to interview me. My enhanced communication and interpersonal skills will be central for the role. Enhanced, probably not the best word there. Maybe my strong communication and interpersonal skills will be central for the role, particularly when working with clients. I mentioned clients again, and other teams within Goldman Sachs. This is very good because I don't say I'm just going to be working with clients. I know that I'm going to be working with other teams within Goldman Sachs. And for them to read this, they're going to be like, this is good. This is only a first or second year student. And they know there's a lot of work that goes on internally across different teams. And so it shows awareness. I don't really quantify anything here. That's one thing I could have done better in this cover letter, quantify it more. Let's see, on this page, on the second paragraph, I didn't even quantify. I really only quantified in the first. So yeah, to improve this cover letter, I would quantify it more. And that's something you should always think about, quantifying your cover letter more. But I've name dropped twice. I've made it very specific to the division, very specific on why me, very specific on the competency skills that they want. I've used a lot of buzzwords. So that's what makes this cover letter, I think, a good cover letter. Not the best cover letter out there, but it did its job. It got me the interview, which was successful and got me the offer, right? So yeah, that's the cover letter. Okay, in the next video, we're going to go over a few specific details about your cover letter that are worth knowing.